Hi there, students. Bate and bait. The sound is identical. B-A-I-T. Okay, bait. This is a noun or a verb. Bait is something that you put on your hook when you go fishing to attract or catch fish. Yeah, so I put a little piece of bread as bait on my hook. You can use bait as something to poison animals. So you use a poison bait to kill rats and mice as well. Okay, so a bait, this is something that attracts people, attracts an animal in order to catch it. Okay, bate, B-A-T-E. This word is much more unusual. To bait means to reduce the intensity of something. So I asked him to bait his anger, but that's not common. I think you will see this word bait, B-A-T-E, as in reduce, with bated breath, with abated breath, to abate, to hold back. Okay, so to bait, to reduce something, to restrain something. Yeah, a reduced, to reduce the force of something. So the storm baited. I would say the storm abated. I think it's probably really rather old-fashioned. Just use bait with B-A-T in the form of bated breath. I'm waiting you with bated breath. Okay, so bait, B-A-I-T. This is a lure. This is something that you put in on a hook or in a trap to attract worms. Yeah, and then you can also use this metaphorically, something to entice people, to attract people to something. In order to trap them. So, for example, this word clickbait. You've got a picture of a naked girl and everybody clicks on it because they want to see the naked girl. And it's actually an advertisement for soap. Yeah? And this is the idea of to bait, to tempt somebody into doing something. Very often companies give special offers on certain things as bait to get people into their shops. It's something to lure people in. It's like to bring them into the trap. You could also bait somebody as in to try to make them angry. Yeah, he's always baiting me and trying to make me angry, but I refuse to react. Yeah, he wants me to be in a bait, in a bad temper. That's an informal use of it. Yeah, to be in a bait, to be in a bad temper. But to bait, to taunt, to torment somebody with persistent insults, to try to get them to react. But I think most of all, to bait is used meaning to entice somebody into it. Yeah, to trap somebody into something, to lure them in. Yeah, and this is bait. This is something that it's attractive. It tantalizes you. Yeah, it brings you in. It teases, it provokes you. It's attractive. It's an incentive. Yeah, the carrot and stick. The carrot is the bait. Yeah, it's something that's a temptation. It's a snare. It induces you. Yeah, so yeah, bright, loud images are used as bait in advertising to get people to look at the advertisement. Yeah, and then to bait somebody, to make them angry. But first and directly, bait is an uncountable noun, the thing that you put in a trap to attract an animal. It's a lure. Yeah, something to draw you into a trap. Yeah, and whoops, yeah, you are attracted by the bait. To bait somebody, to criticize them continuously to try to get them to react. And then B-A-T-E, bait, means to reduce the force of, but I think I would use abate. Just use it in I'm waiting with bated breath. Yeah, you hold your breath. That's why your breath is bated. Okay, so let's see. Formality. Bait, B-A-I-T, as in something to go on the hook. 5, informality. Use absolutely anywhere. To bait somebody, to provoke them, to try to make them angry. I think 4, informality. Use informally, semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing just about, but no more. And then he's in a bait, he's in a bad temper. 3, informality. Okay, so we ought to look at some origin as well. Okay, this comes from Old Norse, beta, meaning food or a bait, which comes from Proto-Germanic bito, which something that is bitten, something that you that is a bait. Yeah, from Proto-Indo-European bayed, to split or to separate. I guess that's the idea of biting something. Yeah, bait and bite. I think clearly these are related to each other. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel. I shall be waiting with bated breath. There will be no clickbait for you to click on. Subscribe to my channel and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Bate and bait.